Hi, I'm the Crypto Mom, or Anne, and I'm here to talk about, wow, what happened in the market. You know, it's hard to believe that we were over 2.5 or something like that, $2 trillion just a few weeks ago. And everybody was saying, oh, Bitcoin to the moon, Bitcoin to the moon, we're going to $100,000. Do I believe that's true? Yeah, I do, but right now, this year, I don't know. You know, and I want to talk about some safe and sane advice with, no hopium, no false hope, but kind of some realistic discussion, like any mom do. We want to tell you, tell you what it is, and then hopefully you make good decisions off of that information. So if you look at Coin360, we're in a lot of red. People have experienced a lot of pain, especially people who have maybe FOMO'd at the top, bought Bitcoin when it was well over this $34,000 price. They had the FOMO set in and they didn't want to miss out if Bitcoin was going to go straight to $100,000, so they bought at the top. That's really hard right now, because you've probably lost a lot of money. A lot of us have lost a lot of money in the market right now. But what can we do at this point? There's a few things you can do, right? You can, dollar cost average in. That means to, buy little by little so that you average your buy price in lower. You can just hold and wait, right? Or you can panic sell and get out of the market. I don't really recommend the panic selling, but if you got into the market, where you really shouldn't have gotten that high, and you want to take your money out and maybe come back in if it goes lower. But remember, nobody can time the market, and I am not a financial advisor. I am just a mom, and not even your mom. So I just want to talk about this. I just want to tell you what I'm doing and try to get you guys to think about, what your next move is. So those are the options, right? To dollar cost average in is what, if I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was to tell you that is what I'm doing, and then to be totally honest, I'm also looking at some other market indicators to let me know if this is going to go lower, because, I don't want to catch a falling knife on the way down. I've made these kind of mistakes before. That's why I want to share with you, the mistakes that I've made so that you can have more information and look at this. See, what we need for Bitcoin to do is really stabilize and create, what they call a higher low. When you have a higher low, that means that the price goes up a little bit, and maybe we can maintain that for a while. And if you look at TradingView, this is on CoinGecko, and you can kind of look at the coins, right? And you take a good look at this, and you see that Bitcoin is all the way down at this price. We want it to come up and go sideways, or maybe come up a little bit more, and a little bit more. We're looking for those higher lows, and more market confirmations, because right now, to be totally honest with you, it is really, really scary to trade this market. Either you hold or you dollar cost average in, right? But, again, one of the tools is to look for these confirmations. At $34,000, is it a bad time to buy Bitcoin? No, because it was at $65,000 not too long ago. Not a financial advisor, but obviously you want to buy when it's lower. And Bitcoin dominance is rising too, which is, really kind of normal, because as these altcoins bleed out, people buy into the safer assets, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, something like that. But remember, there's nothing safe, right? There's nothing safe in this market, and anybody who tells you there is lying to you. There are safer plays like Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're the top two, but nothing is ever safe. And like I've said, in volatility comes opportunity. Can Bitcoin go lower? Yes, of course it can. I've seen Bitcoin crash really hard all the way from like the 2017 market, 20-some odd $1,000, back to, I think it went down to $4,000. But that is how it goes in this market. What is causing this? They've said Elon Musk could have been causing it by, some of his, if I may, careless kind of tweets, right? Because, rant on for a second. I know that there's a lot of institutional money here, but there's a lot of retail players like us, right? And yeah, he's a billionaire, but, a lot of us aren't, and that's money, hard-earned money that we brought into the market that we lost. And that's why, we say don't play with money in the market that you cannot afford to lose. Okay? You cannot, you know, if this is a gamble, which I don't want it to be for you, by giving you some good, safe and sane, you know, advice and information, it shouldn't be a gamble. You should understand that we can, you know, fall down and we could reach these, you know, big even numbers like 30,000, you know, and fall below. And, you know, they say that previous resistance is future support. So we hung around a lot, you know, under that 20,000, and then we just seemed to skyrocket up. So that really didn't leave us a lot of the ladder to fall back on, right? So that's what's kind of happening now, is we're getting this dramatic pullback, you know, and coming lower to these, you know, these previous resistance points that are now support. But a lot of this stuff is like a crazy buying opportunity, you know. It is to buy the dip. If you believe that this market is not dead and that it can go up and that we have a lot more room to go, and personally, that's where I lean. I've seen the market die, and I've seen and felt the exuberance. You know, I've been able to replace my income with cryptocurrency mining and trading, and yeah, I'm hurting too, and I'm sorry if you're hurting as well, but I don't think that this market is dead by any means. Do I think it's a bear market? No, but it may be temporarily for a little while for us to find, you know, a low that we move sideways on, and then eventually we can crawl up on. You know, that is true. So, what can you do? You can dollar cost average in, you can just watch, you can take a walk and stop looking at your portfolio. Just relax, you know, and stop looking at your portfolio. I've been taking my kids out, doing a little shopping, taking a walk, taking some time out to be with my family, and just trying to shoot videos so I can educate you guys on, like some of my next videos are, you know, while you're watching, what the heck are all these coins and what do they do? You know, a lot of people put money in, they don't even know what the coins do. So that is something that I'm going to talk about in one of my next videos, is, you know, something I'm really proud of, which is talking about classes of coins. Bitcoin is a store of value. What is decentralized finance? What are these NFT coins? What are privacy coins? What are these scaling solutions? You know, all these buzzwords that you guys may have been hearing, but not, you know, necessarily understanding. So, you know, there's not much that you can do in this market. All I can say is that you have to be really, really careful and maybe stay out until we reach some of these, you know, confirmation points to where, you know, we can say it's a little bit, you know, safer to go into the market, but there's nothing really 100% safe. So, take a walk, take a breath. I'm so sorry if you lost money. You know, there's not much we can do except dollar cost average in if you're doing that, or just wait for these confirmations that I just talked about, you know, and just take a breath. Just try to relax. So I hope to see you in my next video. You know, let's get smarter while we wait. I keep forgetting to say this, but leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you will, please, you know, tick that little bell so you'll have a reminder when I start to come out with my next videos, to just try to hold your hand and give you a safe place to talk and think about, you know, these things and ask yourself these questions. And, you know, I'm just trying to give you, you know, do what good moms do, give you information and let you make your own choices. And hopefully, you know, you'll make good choices or better choices, because we've all FOMO'd into the market. You know, we've all experienced that panic sell moment, right, where you can make that decision to sell or to hodl. It's generally always better to hodl, or, you know, when you see a safer play, set a tight stop in, meaning if you buy something for $1 and you know, set a stop limit on it, which means that, you know, you sell if it falls down to 98 cents. You know, yeah, you're selling at a loss, but not as big of a loss, and maybe that lets you come in even at a lower price. Because people are going to try to fill you with hopium and say, oh, you know, we're going to go into a V-shaped recovery, or we're going to bounce back. And I just say, no, you know, what we need to do is watch and wait. Let's wait for these, you know, this, you know, Bitcoin price, because it is the leader, to stabilize and move around, you know, the same price, if it's around 30,000, if it's around 40,000, whatever it is, that it stays at a level price and then maybe gradually goes back up. So that's all I have for right now. And I hope you guys have a great day. And just remember, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel if you like what you're hearing, this safe and sane conversation. and, tick that little bell so you know when I put out another video. Okay, I'll see you guys later.